Hello everybody! Today we're going to unbox the Havit Laptop Cooler, take a close-up look and test it out. So let's first take a look around the outside of the box. So this laptop cooler is the 4-fan version. There's also a 2 and 3 fan version. So the 4 fans that it comes with are quite large in size. They're 11 centimeter fans, so they provide ample cooling at very low speeds. So this will operate fairly quietly, yet provide plenty of cooling. And there's also a manual variable fan speed adjustment for the fans, which is quite handy. So let's go ahead and open up the box. Happy? So this appears to be a customer satisfaction or product satisfaction card. So let's put that aside and let's take out the laptop cooler. And there's also a USB cable in here, which I believe provides the power supply to the laptop cooler. So they're both have the same ends on them. So in terms of powering the laptop cooler, I always recommend that you use a mains power supply instead of the laptop where possible, so that you don't stress the components of the laptop out, because that could also indirectly generate some heat when you draw power from the laptop. So this is the laptop cooler, and it's surprisingly light. And you can see 4 massive 11 centimeter fans on them. Huge fans. So we're looking at the back of the laptop cooler, and there appears to be a fold out leg on here if you want to raise the laptop cooler at an angle. And there's also non-slip feet on them, which is quite important because you don't want it sliding around when you have your pricey or expensive gaming laptop or any kind of work or serious laptop on it. So let me show you the profile so you can see how thick or thin the cooler is. So there are these tabs as well, so they will keep your laptop from sliding off if you're supposed to use the legs behind to raise it at an angle. So that's good to have for sure. And of course there are some controls there. As you can see, there are 2 wheels on the left and 2 USB ports. So one USB port obviously gives the power into the laptop cooler to power the fans. And the fans actually have LED lights on them as well. And so the second USB port would provide a power output. So that's why I'm saying if you're going to power your laptop cooler and especially draw power out of it by powering other devices, you definitely want to use a wall power supply instead, or socket power supply. Definitely not your laptop, because like I said, it will generate quite some wear on your laptop. And of course there are 2 wheels here which give you that manual adjustment to the fan speeds, which is quite good. So you've got 2 controls there. And also this mesh is actually metal, so that's quite durable because it won't break on you. Okay, and so I have my Alienware M17XR3 laptop. It's nearly 4 years old now, and some of you may be familiar with it from my gaming channel, which I did a video of. So anyway, this is a 17.3-inch laptop, and by the way, the laptop cooler is only meant to support 15 up to 17-inch size laptop. So this laptop is a bit bigger than what it's capable of handling, but we'll try it anyway because it's only just a fraction bigger than the laptop cooler, and you can see it's completely covered the laptop cooler. And let me just wake up the laptop. I've been using it a bit, so it's slightly warm, and just let it warm up a bit, as in let it idle a little, and we'll take some temperature measurements and see what kind of differences there are in terms of with and without the laptop cooler. So okay, just give it a few seconds to kind of warm up, and I can tell you about my experience with this laptop. And I've had it for nearly 4 years, and during the second year of ownership, the graphics card actually fried out on me because it overheated because of dust buildup on the inside of the laptop over time. So that's something that most users may not be aware of when it comes to laptops, that you definitely at some point will need to crack open your laptop to clear out the dust buildup inside. So I wasn't aware of that, and that led to my graphics card overheating and burning out. So I had to replace that. So with a laptop cooler, it's good because you actually prolong the life of your laptop by providing additional cooling, especially if you are not the ones to maintain your laptop by kind of opening it up and cleaning it out on the inside. But I definitely suggest that you do that if you're capable, or get a professional to do that if your laptop is not performing as fast as it used to, or as cool as it used to, if it's starting to run really hot, unusually hot. But a laptop cooler anyway will provide you with that extra cooling and that longevity for your laptop over time. So it's always something good to have to protect your expensive gaming laptops or work laptops especially. So let's take some measurements of the base of the laptop. So I have the GM550 infrared thermometer, which is a contactless thermometer. I did a video of it very recently. So let's take some measurements. So basically where the red dot is pointing is where the temperature is being measured. So you can see on the screen of the infrared thermometer, 27 degrees, 27.2 degrees, of course, Celsius. And I'm just going to sweep it across from left to right, just so you have a sense of the temperature around the mid area of the laptop. So that's about 27, 26.2. Of course, it's going to fluctuate as I move it around the different areas because it depends on where the processor and graphics card and other parts are located. So, okay, so in the middle we have about 26.7 at the moment, 26. Okay, so, and on the left we have 24.5, and let's see what we have on the right, 24.1. So there we have it. We have about 24 degrees on the right, 26 degrees in the middle, and just over 24 degrees on the left. Okay, so, and that's in degrees Celsius. So anyway, let's power up the laptop cooler. So we have the laptop cooler, and I believe the USB port on the furthest right on here would be the power in. down and plug it into my laptop. Aha! It's alive! So you can see the lights are on and the fans are spinning. And you can hear it whirring very quietly. Let me bring it in closer. Okay, so let's try and adjust the fan speed. Okay, so turning it right increases the fan speeds. And so it's right up to maximum right now. So this is what it sounds like. Okay, so I'm gonna turn it all the way off and see what that controls. Okay, so you've got two controls there that control the top and bottom row fans. So let's turn on the one on the far right first, just minimum. So that's the minimum fan speed. There we go. You can hear it clicked on. So this is the minimum fan speed. So very quiet. So now I'm going to turn it right up, so right to the right, maximum. And this is what it sounds like. So the airflow is fantastic, it's great. And yet it's fairly quiet. And it's a nice thing to look at as well. Okay, so now let's place the laptop onto the laptop cooler for a few moments and see what kind of temperature we get from the laptop cooler cooling the laptop base or underside. So we'll just leave it for a few moments, and it's running at the maximum fan speed right now. So you can just about hear it. There's a bit of train rumbling in the background. So, okay, the train's gone. So this is just the laptop with the laptop cooler at maximum speed. Okay, so now I'm going to turn off by reaching around the back. That's a bit too far actually, so I'm going to unplug the USB cable on the side instead. So there we go. Yeah, it was a bit too far for me to stretch, and I'll end up shaking the camera. So anyway, so let's take some measurements now with the GM550 infrared thermometer. So that was about 24 degrees before. So now it's showing 23 degrees. And that was about 27 degrees. Now it's about just under 27, 26 degrees. Obviously the temperature is going to start rising again now that I have turned off the laptop cooler. And that's the most remarkable change in that area there. That was 24 degrees previously. So now it's about 21.5 degrees. So you can see I'm sweeping right across from the right to left. "23, 26, 21 degrees." So that's the Havit Laptop Cooler. Thanks for watching and happy cooling!